Good afternoon. Hi, I'm Tanvir from Therap Global, welcoming you all to our today's live group session. In today's session, we are going to talk about how to track health tracking data appointments using the Therap software. We are going to divide the whole session into two segments. In the first segment, I show you how you can enter information using appointment module, how to search appointments calendar, etc. In the second segment, you can ask me questions related to today's discussion. I will try to address your queries. For asking questions, you need to click on the hand icon from your screen so that I can unmute you and you can place a question to us. You can also write down your questions using the question box from your screen. I will try to address those. Now I am going to share you my screen. The participants who are using Therap on regular basis or following our previous webinars, you know how to log in into Therap system. For those participants, this is their first webinar or first session with Therap Global team. You will know how to enter how to enter in Therap system so that you can use different modules of Therap. For using Therap software, first you need to go to our Therap Global website, www.therapglobal.net. I'm saying it again, www.therapglobal.net, therapglobal.net. I'm entering in this website. This is our Therap Global website. From this website, you can know about our activities, what we do, different products and services provided by the Therap team, and different support materials for using Therap modules are also given here. For login to Therap system, you need to click on the login to Therap Global on the right top corner of the page. I'm clicking on the login to Therap Global link. This has taken us to a new page. We call it our login page. Here you need to put 3 credentials related to login name, password and provider code. I am typing my login name, password and the provider code. Your agency, each of the agency have a unique provider code and the users of the agency can log in into our system using this login name, password and the provider code. After inputting these 3 information, you need to click on the login. I'm clicking on it. This is the Therap software page. We call it dashboard. If you look into the left side of this page, you are seeing to do, individual, health, admin, agency reports, individual homepage, settings, etc. For using the appointment module, you need to click on the health tab. I'm clicking on it. You are seeing a list of modules for health tracking. There are various modules in our systems to track health related data. One of them is appointment. You can also see that there are other modules like such as blood glucose, height, weight, immunization, lab test, medication review, and lots of other modules are also here. Today I will basically discuss on the appointment model for health track. First, let me give a brief idea what you can do or what the appointment module is for. Appointment modules allows users to obtain the contact information of physician or specialist and hospitals from a pre-populated list. It also lets users specify the reason for appointments, record appointment results, and includes follow-up for future appointments. User can also follow up on the future appointment using the appointment module. Each appointment can be assigned as high, low, high, medium, or low notification level. For using specific health tracking related modules, health tracking roles are required to access these modules. An administrator at your agency needs to assign appropriate roles and privileges to users to grant them access to particular features of the health tracking related modules. Now I am going to show you how you can enter new appointments in Therap system. For this, you need to click on the new link beside the appointments. I am clicking on it. A new page has been opened titled as Select Program for Appointments. From this page, you are seeing a list of programs. From here, I will select a program in which the individual or a student is enrolled in. Your agency might have fewer or more programs than this, so I am selecting Day Shift Demo Site BD. I am selecting the Day Shift program, and at the side of Demo Site BD I am clicking on it. Another new page has opened for selecting individuals for appointments. You are seeing a list of individuals who are enrolled in the Day Shift program under this site. From here, I am selecting an individual. You need to select your preferred individual for his or her appointment. I am selecting David Johnson. For selecting for entering appointment related information for him, I am clicking on his name. Now a new page has opened. Appointments. There are some sections here. In the first section, there are general information. In the second section, there is appointment information. In the third section, external attachment section is being presented. If we look to the first section, which is general information, you will find the individual name. I have selected David Johnson. His name is here. Then we are seeing the program name, Day Shift, time zone, entered by environment teacher, reported by. That means the appointment we are going to create here. You need to select the reporter's name. If you look closely, you will see that there is a red asterisk here. That means this information is needed to be inputted. needed to be selected. If you are if the user is entering information directly here, the user name will be pre-selected here. If the user other than the reporter, if the user, if the appointment is being entered by another user, you can also type his name here. For this, there are the users under this the demo provided. All the users' names are presented here. If no one from the list is the user, then you can select other, then can type the reporter's name here. I am selecting the user account I am using. The normal teacher as the reporter. The next option is appointment date. From here, you need to select the appointment date. Today's date is pre-selected here. If the appointment is not today, in a future date, you can select this. For instance, I am selecting September 30 as the appointment date. For using or selecting the appointment date, first you need to click on the calendar icon, then select the year, then you need to select the month, then the date. I have selected 13 September. The next section is the time. That means when the appointment is going to on that date. I am selecting 6 p.m. You can use this. PM is. I am selecting the time as 6 p.m. Then the notification level. I am selecting the. You can select the notification level according to values. I am selecting medium. Then next section is about the appointment information. You can see that appointment with is marked with red asterisk. That means you need to place information here. You must need to place information here. The first option is the consultant. For selecting the consultant, you need to click on the lookup. Shared contact page has been opened where the physician, where the names, where the names of the physicians or specialists which have been created before is showing. From here, I am selecting Joseph Albert. The organization name is given here, Demo Therapy Center. Contact type is straight. And for selecting the physician name, you need to click on the add link beside the details of the physician. I am selecting Joseph Albert. Clicking on the add link will enter the name of, enter your physician name or the physicians. The individual is going to be treated or going to be seen by the physician. His name will be presented here upon selection. You can also select the hospital. For this, you also need to click on the lookup. Then the list of previously imported hospitals are presented here. I am selecting IPNA. For this I need to click add link, same as before. Clicking on the add link will enter the hospital. The next field is appointment type. You are seeing here that neurology has been deselected here. We have selected the consultant Joseph Albert, who is a neurologist. For this, his name is being presented. You can change the appointment type if it is required. A list of appointment, a list of specialty of the physician or specialist is present here. You can select according to your needs. Joseph Albert specialty on neurology. Then you can select the location type, selecting hospital from the drop down menu. Clicking on the selecting hospital as a location type will automatically save the address of the hospital. Here I have previously selected IPN as the hospital address, the hospital name, and the address of the IPN will be pre-selected upon selecting hospital. You will need to select the location type according to your need. There are other fields you can enter information like if the individual is going to be taken to the hospital by a driver, you can save the driver name, the pickup location, the depart time. The next field is reason for appointment. You can select the reason for appointment from here. It has been presented here. I am selecting new appointment. You can select appointment according to your need. If you cannot find the appropriate reason, you can select the other and then describe the reason for appointment. I am selecting new appointment from the drop down menu. The next section is about external attachment. You can attach file related to the appointments here. Please note that for submitting or saving the appointment related information, you need to put information in the categories which are marked as red asterisk, such as reported by, appointment date, time, appointment with, appointment type. These are the fields you must need to input information for saving or submitting the appointment. If all the necessary fields are being entered by the user, he or she can either save or submit the appointment. I'm clicking on the submit button to submit the appointed information. A message has been presented as this appointment has been successfully submitted. If we go back to dashboard, if we see that, if we look clearly, go back to the dashboard, we can find calendar view beside the appointments module. If you click on the calendar view, an appointment calendar will be presented. Here you can see the calendar as day, week or monthly view. I am selecting the month view. Upon selection on the month view, we are seeing the appointments those have been entered in the month of September 2019. We are finding that 2 appointments or appointment related information has been submitted in the month of September. The appointments related information that have been entered by us is being presented here, and a previous appointment form is also being presented here. Clicking on this, if we look into this page, we will find similar type of information in the general information section. In the section 2, the appointment related information is being presented here. You will find that the appointment status is completed. So when the appointment with the physician is conducted or finished, then you can select the appointment status as completed. There are other options such as scheduled, not scheduled, rescheduled, cancelled, missed. You need to select the appointment status according to the actual incident. Here the appointment status is selected as completed. That means the physician have the individual J.B. Johnson had a session with the physician. We can see the physician name here, Marcy Portia, who is a behavior consultant. You can find the hospital name here. The appointment type is selected as other. The location has been selected. The address is shown here. The reason for appointment, we can also find it here. If you want to add appointment related results, you can do that. You need to click on the add link. If that means after consulting with the physician or the specialist, the appointments results can be selected. There are some options here like diagnosis, changes to or new medication or treatments, lab results, follow-up appointment or other. I'm selecting diagnosis here. If you cannot find the actual appointment results from this list, you can select the other and write description about the appointment results. I'm selecting as diagnosis. That means the physician has given some diagnosis on that appointment day. After selecting the appointment results, we need to click on the OK button. It will add the diagnosis. You can add external address. You can add file from this section. You can add the prescription, the physician's operation for the individual. You can add this. The next new section, we are finding a new section, link appointments. If you want to submit the previously appointments, you can submit it and add follow-up, and there is another option, add new follow-up. For now, we are clicking on the submit button for submitting the previously appointments. If we go back to dashboard again and click on the calendar view, then we can select the view period as week, day or month. I'm selecting month. If we click here, we can see the appointments of the month of August 2019. So when the appointment that we have entered today is being presented here, if I click on the open form, if the appointment is rescheduled or the appointment is cancelled, you can select the appointment status from this, such as not scheduled, or if rescheduled has been happened, you can also select it. That if the appointment has been cancelled, you can also select it. And I am going to show you how you can search appointments, especially the previous appointments according to your need. For this, you need to click on the search. Health tracking appointment search has been presented here. Is being presented here, and you can select the program name or the individual name, or who has entered the appointment previously. Then the next box is appointment date from. The asterisk is here, that means you have to select the form date. I'm selecting August 1, the due date. I'm selecting 20 September. If I want to find appointments, so if I want to find the previous appointments of Javid Johnson, I need to input his name. So after entering his name and the appointment period, form and due date, I'm clicking on the search below of the page. It will show us the appointment which have been previously entered in that period. If we click on this, we can edit the sections according to the needs. So that's from my part. Now I'm going to take questions. You can ask me questions. Ask me questions on appointments module which have been noted down by you. For asking question, you need to click on the hand icon or type your questions in the questions box. You can ask me questions if you missed any part of this webinar, or you couldn't understand the process clearly. You can ask me question. I will try to address your queries. I hope everyone who participated in today's discussion have understood how to enter appointments related information for health tracking using the appointments module. You can also find support materials related to appointments module from our page. We have user guides, training videos, mobile guides for health tracking related modules. If you want to see our previous webinars or webinars on health tracking related modules which have been recorded previously. You need to click on the online group session. You can see the recorded online group session. You can also join our upcoming online group session. You will find the list of upcoming online group session here. You can click on the register link and it will open a new page where we need to put some information for registering our next webinars. We are currently taking webinars on monthly basis. We hope by using the support materials or the webinars, you will learn about different modules of Therap Software, which will benefit you and your agency to provide better support to the person with disabilities in your organization. Thank you all for joining today's webinar. We hope to see you in our next webinars.